जय हिंद यार बेली मित्रों, मैं फाइटर बॉय कैप्टन एनजे सिंह एक बार फिर आपसे जुड़ा हूं। आज इस वीडियो में हम उस टॉपिक पे बात करेंगे जो कि एनीबडी हु इज रिलेटेड टू फ्लाइंग इज अफेक्टेड। नाउ दैट कुड बी द कॉकपिट क्रू, द कैबिन क्रू और द पैसेंजर्स। दैट टॉपिक इज टर्बुलेंस। इस वीडियो में हम समझेंगे कि टर्बुलेंस कब होती है, क्यों होती है और कैसे होती है और कैसे हम इससे बच सकते हैं। सो दिस व्हाई, व्हेन एंड हाउ ऑफ टर्बुलेंस is what we are going to dwell on. Now we must understand that whenever the air around the aeroplane is not steady, that means it is not calm or it is not streamlined, it will cause turbulence. The second reason could be the air around the aeroplane is changing its direction or the speed of the wind. Broadly, we can divide the turbulence into two parts. One is weather related and the second one is turbulence caused by the other aeroplanes. So first let's have a look at the weather related turbulence. The weather related turbulence is because of three main reasons. The first reason is heating. Now imagine the month of May and June, places say central India or North India, temperature are in excess of 40 degrees. So जब 40-45 डिग्री में जो अर्थ है that will get heated up. So this heated earth in turn will heat up the air which is around it, and in turn the heat will continue to go upwards. So जब ऐसी environment में आप टेक ऑफ या लैंड करेंगे तो जहाज हिलेगा. Now the good point is जहाज जो है ज्यादा नहीं हिलेगा, it will keep shaking slightly. So I expect that this shaking will be anywhere up to 10 to 12 minutes from takeoff, depending on how much is the heating that is taking place and how much you spend time in this lower altitudes. The second type of turbulence or the cause of turbulence is jet streams. Now jet streams are like a river of high speed winds which are generally found at much higher level, say in excess of about 20,000 feet, where the speed of the wind is 100 to 200 km per hour and maybe even more. Now these rivers of winds are the one which will cause turbulence when you enter it. As I said earlier, when the speed or the direction of the wind around the aeroplane is changing, it will cause the shakiness in the aeroplane. So जब आप इस हाई स्पीड विंड के रिवर में घुसोगे या उसे निकलोगे तो टर्बुलेंस होगी. Also, it can happen that while in that river, that means while you are at a particular flight level, which is inside the jet stream, you will find that there could be places where suddenly the speed is changing or direction is changing of the wind. So that will again cause, the turbulence. Now, iska example is, in winters, this is the jet stream which actually affects us in the domestic flying. In winters, the jet stream is over Delhi and probably south of it. So if you're going from Delhi to Calcutta, the time taken will be much lesser compared to when you come back from Calcutta to Delhi. Now this does not come on the radar, so which means that it does not give you much of forewarning. The only thing is that just because you're aware of it, that there is a jet stream, you can expect that certain flight level you will have or you're likely to have little amount of wind shear and little amount of turbulence. Also, in the flight papers, you might be able to correlate that there is likely to be turbulence. However, that is not very reliable. Now, though it comes almost unexpected, the point is that it does not of very high intensity. And also, if it stays for longer or if the intensity is on the higher side, then of course you would like to change the level. So pilot will definitely ask the ATC, and generally if the intensity is of on the higher side, the ATC does allow you to change the level. The third type of phenomena which affects us is the weather buildup, that is the clouds which cause turbulence. These clouds are the basically thunderstorm clouds. Also in aviation parlance called CBs or cumulonimbus clouds. So these kind of clouds will build up when we have the heating, the moisture, or if there is a weather phenomena like the cyclone or the any system which is building up around India or inside India, or there could be western disturbance, again a weather phenomena which crosses in the northern part of India, and general indication is it gives you snowfall over J&K. So primarily it is a winter phenomena. So these kind of weather phenomena does lead to thunderstorms, and these are the clouds which affect the aeroplane maximum as far as turbulence is concerned. But the good point is these kind of weather phenomena does come on the radar, so the pilot is aware of it. Also on ground, the satellite picture, the Doppler weather picture are also an indication. Also the weather report of different stations are fair enough, give you an idea about the expected weather in your navigation. So all in all, we have talked about three types as far as weather is concerned. The fourth type is related to the other aeroplanes. That is, if you are flying in an environment where a heavy aeroplane like Boeing 777 or Airbus 380 crosses above you, so the wake which goes behind and below is likely to affect you. Now this kind of crossing below these heavy aeroplanes, the wake could be so strong that it can actually tilt the aeroplane or put you into a unusual altitude. So this is a serious issue. However, these kind of, though crossings are very often, especially on a international route, it's like a highway where all the aeroplanes are crossing each other, but you can generally offset to one side. That is the action that you can take to keep yourself safe. Now let's talk about how we can avoid it. As far as the pilot is concerned, he has two options. The first option is, the moment he expects there is likely to be some turbulence, he will put the seatbelt sign on. So if you see in the cabin the seatbelt sign is on, kindly be seated. The second thing that the pilot does is that he will start flying close to the turbulence speeds. Now these are the speeds which are given by the manufacturer for each type of aeroplane, so that the effect of turbulence is minimum. As far as the passengers are concerned, as I said, please be seated whenever you sign the seatbelt sign is on. And secondly, more important is, how do you keep your seatbelts tight? You must keep your seatbelts comfortably tight. The way out is that you should not be moving within your seat if the aircraft is shaking. You should not be airborne within the aeroplane. If the aircraft is shaking, then you will try to hold something or either hurt somebody or hurt yourself. So if you are stuck to the seat with the help of seat belts, you will be safe and more comfortable. I'm sure these actions, as we have discussed, will help you to have a very enjoyable and comfortable journey. So safe flying and happy landings. Thank you. Very soon I am going to come up with my next video. So stay tuned and जुड़े रहिए. Thank you.